Yeah, go on, crack on.
Greetings in the love and light of the one infinite creator. I'm Andrii, and joined here with Ed and Adam. And we will be talking about various catalysts that are going on in the world and in our lives, as well as reading the LL Research channeling session from January 18th, Angels and Agents of the Angelic Realm and things like that. All right.
That sounds really
So
interesting. I can't wait.
okay, So you want to get started? All right. Okay. So I guess I'll have to read, um, since Ed is okay. I'm the only one available. Okay. I'm Kuo, and I'm with this instrument at this time. We greet each
I
of
can
you.
try it. Let me try. Can
You
you
want
make
to try?
that bigger?
Okay, go ahead.
Can you make that
Okay, go
bigger?
ahead. Yeah. Hold on a second.
Because I can't really see it on my screen, so I need it like way bigger.
Okay. Can you see it
Yeah,
now?
that's a bit better. You have to do that. I got that. You
Okay.
really are good at this stuff, man. Seriously. Cyber wizard.
Thanks.
Boom. Yeah, ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Right, okay, like realistically, this is more just like a so you can laugh at how bad I am kind of situation. So I might stop after a paragraph, yeah?
Okay, sure.
Quo. I am Kuo. I am with this instrument at this time. We greet each of you in the love and in the light of the one infinite creator that is within each and everything within the universe. For it is the one who has made us all. We thank you for calling us to your group this afternoon. We speak to those. Oh, no, fuck this! I'm done already. Seriously,
Okay, all right.
mate.
Okay.
That's about enough.
Okay,
Yakking
try
before I
try
just want to
to
throw something at a wall.
reduce, maintain family friendly language.
Oh, I do
Okay.
apologise. Ever so sorry. That was purely
Okay.
frustration
We
talking children.
It's okay.
I'm
It's okay.
honestly, I'm a nice guy.
We thank you
Please,
for
don't worry.
calling
It's
us
just,
to your group this afternoon to speak to those queries which are upon your hearts and have become available to your minds. That there is a synchronization of your feelings and emotions that are behind these questions. It is our great joy to attempt to speak to them, but in order to do the best possible job, shall we say, of speaking to your queries, we need to ask you to remember that we are your brothers and sisters, not authorities, but those who have traveled the same path you are on, perhaps a step or two further. So, if you will remember to filter what we say through your sense of rightness, and to filter out that which does not make any sense and leave it aside, then we can speak more freely and hopefully more to the point of your queries. At this time, we would ask if there is a query with which we may begin. I
see,
have a
you're so
query.
much better at me than I seriously do. Like what?
Okay, well,
Go
don't
you.
worry. Okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, here. I see we've got Anders in the chat. Hey, great topic. Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by doing so, some people will have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it. Hebrews 13:2. Yeah, good quote, Anders. I have a query, Kuo. I would like to ask you about angels and the angelic soul. I would like to know if there are angels that are in the human form that walk the earth, and if so, would you say their souls are of the angelic realm? I am Kuo, and am aware of your query, my sister. This is a question which has various layers of potential responses, and we shall attempt to make the best response that we can. Here, I think I'll make this white on black, just because it's about angels and stuff. Here, off. I don't know if. Oh, maybe I can't. Okay. And we shall attempt to make the best response. Those who use and define as angels are those entities, usually of the inner realms or inner planes of your planetary sphere, who have the purpose of serving as a kind of guidance that may or may not be known by those whom they guide. For in many cases, there have been relationships in previous incarnations which have been affected most positively by these angelic forces and have provided inspiration to those beings who have called for their assistance. Many of your peoples pray for peace, for harmony, for healing, for a new journey, or other concerns, and these prayers are heard by many. Many of them are what you would call angels, and they respond to prayers by moving to the area of concern that sharing their love and light of the Creator in any manner that might be effective in the area that is being prayed for, or the person or the situation. They are then able to move further within the life pattern or whatever person or group that they have been sent to or prayed to respond to, and give of themselves and the qualities that have been prayed for those that need them. As to whether these are angels as you know them walking upon your planet, this is something which is very rare, though not totally unheard of, for from time to time it can be felt that an angelic presence may take form of for a shorter period of what you call time, so that it might learn more itself about the nature of the reality where those who call for angelic assistance are experiencing your third density illusion. This allows the angelic presences to feel and know and be within your third density in a manner which gives them more information that they can utilize in their service to any within third density that may call for their service. Is there a further query? There is a further query, but I guess we can discuss what's been read so far. What do you think?
Yes, please.
Okay, go ahead. What are your reflections?
Okay, so my opinion, really, I feel that like they've kind of like, I don't know, sidestepped what really an angel's supposed to be. They've said like, I don't know, that really that they're about Earth, when really the idea is that they're far bigger entities than that. And when you look at the other kind of angelic channeled stuff, you know, I don't know. It seems like Kuo's kind of downplaying, like what they're supposed to be like universal energies. It's not just like the inner realms of Earth. The only thing that angels exist everywhere. Every single planet has angels. You know, they're the same universal forces condensed into a personification. So I'm not sure I agree. Well, look, I always agree with them. So maybe it's just my perception that's off. But you know, realistically, I feel that from what I read of channeled sources based in the angelic realms, and you know, I don't know. I feel that that's a smaller answer than what I had hoped. I like the bit where it said every so often a real angel turns up.
Well, I think that
and like goes, okay, I need to learn a little bit more, and then they bugger off. And all of the rest of the angelic
there's going to be a follow-up. Maybe we'll learn more in the follow-up.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. It makes it seem a bit small. That's all.
I hear you. Well, I think that they were talking about the inner plane. Like, angels are basically inner plane guides. And there's a bunch of them. And some of them are actually people who have been on Earth and graduated, say like disciples of Jesus or something, and then they spend their time, they don't want to continue the reincarnation cycle until Earth is in fourth density, so that they don't lose their graduation polarity. But meanwhile, they can help people from the other side. That is what most of what I've read about it.
Okay, but that has that like I said, it really, really belittles their role in a universal energy sense. Would you not agree?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everything is connected to the universal energy.
Yeah, no, but the angels are supposed to be the actual kind of personification of those everything. They are those energies. That is why the universe works the way it does, because there's an angel orchestrating how the planets spin. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think you're talking about medieval scholasticism.
No, I'm talking about like lots and lots of the channeled works, talking about like the angelic presence and what they actually are. Have you read the Urantia papers? They go some very, 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 very detailed, explanations of what angels are, why they're different, why each one is different, what each part of their whole job is, all the way down to the ones that sit around and watch what you're doing to try to influence you to in whatever way they want to. It just seems that if all of what they're saying then all of these things make it just seems like this is just an Earth thing. You know, it's just
it's not
like
an Earth thing. It's every planet has the same structure, right? And like we saw with the example of Maldek, when they blew up their planet, they no longer had an inner planes. And so they were stuck as ghosts until someone managed to get them into the lower astrals.
Okay, but like realistically, when you look at how the planet blew up, there was probably an angel stamping on it for God.
Well, I don't know.
But this is what I'm saying. They're not inner planes things, dude. These are massive universal energies that we do not perceive their role. But crushing a planet is perfectly within their abilities.
I think we're talking about different kinds of angels, right?
I know, but I'm saying that the way that they're describing angels really belittles what they are.
I think they belittle what you understand by the concept of angels. Where
no. I'm looking at the Book of Solomon. I'm looking at what is like what we know, what's channeled now, saying these things.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to agree to disagree or something.
Okay, I'll give it that.
Okay,
it's just other parts of you.
Yes, exactly. I have a. Oh, did you want to do some reading, Adam, or you don't know when your next call will be?
Yeah, I don't.
You don't know.
I will.
All right.
And after like 10 minutes.
Okay, sure. Okay, maybe for the next one. I have a query, Kuo. Wait, is there a query? Okay. Was that was the first query? Okay, yes, there is. Is it possible that someone could be, say, like an acting agent of the angel realm, but it be consciously unknown to them? I am Kuo, and am aware of your query, my sister. This is a facet of the most unusual experience, which can be seen from time to time by those who feel that they are moving into a period of their life experience which has not been felt or known or expected previously in their incarnation. There are various realms of angelic experience that can be felt or accessed by third-density beings in a manner which could be subconsciously requested or felt necessary by the lower, deeper levels of the mind, and perhaps guides in the higher self. This is something that is not generally known, but the nature of your reality, the greater reality beyond the third density, is one which contains a multitude of possibilities that might seem quite otherworldly and indeed almost impossible. And yet, the unique variety of each human being, as you would call your population, is that which knows no limits, so that the possibilities of what you have spoken about, though few, exist. Is there a further query, my sister?
Okay, I'm going to jump in, right? Okay, so
okay.
I had this thing about my girlfriend Sarah. She's amazing. She's awesome. I love her. She's brilliant. But the other day, she had a fever, yeah, because she was ill, right? And in this fever, she started talking about how she was basically some like angelic, like I don't know, something that was like sent in to do a job, but she just can't be bothered because humans are just disgusting. And then she started saying this stuff like about how like we've all just got tiny little souls, and we're all so tiny and young, we know nothing. All this stuff. Where is it all coming from, right? And then she went on saying like all this stuff about how she was an angel, and but like she was so upset that she was trapped in this bloody human meat suit. But this was all like a fever thing. She doesn't even remember saying it. So this is really interesting that they're now saying that this does happen, but very rarely.
Well, I know.
I wouldn't have thought that angels would have been able to create personalities, as it were, to come here and be a human.
Well, that's very common, actually. I mean, we just recently had that lady. Remember the one that was channeling?
Yeah.
She usually is an angel. She's usually an inner plane guides helping people from the other side. But this incarnation, she decided to incarnate, and
Okay,
now
but an inner plane's guide
yeah.
is different from an angelic presence that can crush planets and shit. Sorry for swearing.
Okay, I know, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're
Okay, but
talking about inner plane
I'm
guides.
saying that there are bigger things than the way that they're describing angels here that are angels.
Okay, well,
And
I
what
am
he
trying
just
to stick
described
to
kind of actually supports my girlfriend's weird fever dreams, which I'm really unhappy about. Thanks, Quo.
Well, I think that her fever dreams make sense from the context of the Confederation material.
No, because she described eating a planet.
She described which? What did she
Following
describe?
God's orders and eating a planet.
Eating a planet. Oh, I see. Here, hold on. Just my Andrews from YouTube says, just my speculation, but could angels be manifestations of a Venusian social memory complex? Ra is originally from Venus. Well, some of them certainly can be. Join us if you like. Yeah, certainly. I mean, we have angels of all different kinds of origins. And in terms of the whole eating a planet bit, I think that that has to do with that's a different way of saying loving a planet in spiritual terms. For example,
No, dude, she described like
loving...
sucking the energy out of it and then like literally like breaking down the molecules to destroy all of it till it was nothing. It was really messed up.
Wow. Well, that is different. But it could also be understood from the perspective of, say, if she was a large star at the time or acting on behalf of a large star, like a black hole sucking up a planet or something like this.
I agree, but what I'm saying is that angelic presences are far larger than just the inner plane guides.
Well, I think that you are also including outer planes entities in your definition of angels, and that is
I'm saying that angels are by far some of the most important outer planes entities in the universe because they help the universe run. If there's an inner planes for the universe, it's angelic.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. I do. In the context of the Confederation material, they subdivide it as inner planes angels and outer planes star brothers.
Okay, but that's just the same thing, really.
It can be. And I know, like, from the Corey Good material, there was what do they call it? He described like eighth density beings that are like the size of planets, that were involved in some kind of conflict. So when we were transitioning from third to fourth density, like when we had done the graduation, like there was a major kind of showdown with the Space Force, basically. And yes, there were a lot of these extraterrestrial or star brother like angels, some of them the size of Jupiter and things like this, who were involved in creating a teleportation blockade so that all of the human technologies stopped working and they were no longer able to use wormholes or anything to get out of the solar system, including the reptilians couldn't do anything. And basically, like, everything was under control. And then they were like, okay, this planet has graduated to fourth density. We're getting rid of the kind of other contenders. It's clear that the humans have won, so that the other kind of contenders will have to go. And then they gave us like a human council of extraterrestrials to kind of help us with the transition. At least that's
That's
what
so
Corey
weird because that's
describes.
kind of what the latest hidden hand papers said as well, right?
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. You
They
know a lot
said
more
that
about
they've
the
had
hidden
to
hand material
petition
than I do.
the what's it called, Saturn, the Council of 12 on Saturn, to ask if they can withdraw from Earth because they don't need to be here anymore. And by withdrawing from Earth, they mean break down all of the control structures that they built here to try to trap us.
Well, I know the Earth is still under a quarantine because
Yeah, but that's what they're asking. They're asking, the Saturn Council of 9, 12 or whatever. Yeah,
Mhm.
9. Council of 9. Sorry, if they can withdraw from Earth and let Earth get on with it, because we've got there. We're full density, positive, everything's sorted. Why are the bad
Well,
guys still here? They need to
it's
fuck
not
off.
all
I'm
sorted.
sorry, they need to go.
It's not all sorted, obviously. If it was sorted, we would have world peace.
But
We
this is
don't.
where the space pirates come in, isn't it? Because
Yes,
they're the ones that are
exactly.
keeping all this going, right? It
Yes.
used to be Lucy, yeah, but he's lost. He's buggering off. So the space pirates are just getting in and looting what they can. But we're on the route, man. It's all happening. Good things are happening.
Yes. Basically, I think there's
Thank the
certain,
angels, right?
yes, and all the light workers, all the incarnated people who are promoting peace, love, and kindness. Like we saw, JD Vance today, and Trump standing up to one of the largest agents of the space pirates, Zelensky.
So like literally next to all of them, whispering in their ear, making sure that they were like saying exactly what they needed to say. There were angels.
Quite possibly, there were angels in their midst, helping guide them to not let
No. Very, very
Zelensky's
real. They were
warmongering take control. I don't
speaking
know. Have you seen
words
the clip?
into their brains.
Have you?
That's
Yeah.
how it's described in that Pasha. How do you say that? The one's got weird OSPA H or whatever it's called. In that, they basically say that the angels can just whisper to you and completely guide how you feel, how you think.
Yeah, if you let them, yes.
No. They come down and they'll repeatedly do it over and over again, basically brainwash you if they have to.
No. That wouldn't be a service to others angel. Service to others angel would certainly only do things with your permission. Yeah,
it's God's will. It's got nothing to do with this a service to anything.
They're
always good. They are always
God's
good.
will
Whatever
is
they're
free
doing is
will
always
for
God's will.
His
They
people.
can't do anything else.
Actually, the angels have just as much free will as anyone else, but they're closer to the divine, and in that sense, like most of the inner planes entities are very close to God, and because they don't have a veil, and so they recognize the inherent divinity of everyone that lives, whereas some of the outer planes entities like the space pirates do not.
Okay, so the difference between angels and all of the rest of them, from what I understand from all of the different books that I read, like I said, the Uranus papers and the Opashahara thing, they both agree on these facts. Yeah, the angels basically are God's agents. No one else in the universe really hears the voice of God, only them, and it's their job to go and make sure that we do what we're told. Anyway,
I don't know. That sounds like much more deterministic than I understand it.
I'm just saying what those books described it as, and how I kind of see the kind of cosmology that we understand here expressed further out into the universe.
Mm-hmm. So I got another YouTube. Andrew says Lucifer is a fallen angel and related to the morning star, fallen Venus. Jesus said
Yeah,
that
and he's
he is
going
the
home,
morning
dude. He's going
star,
home.
risen
He's going
Venus.
home with his tail between his legs because Earth won. Ha ha ha.
So I would like to clarify that. Well, first of all, if you actually look into the Bible, there is no such reference to a Lucifer or whatever. That is a translation error, and people wanting this to exist. There is no unified entity as the devil or Satan or anything like that. There are many little service to self entities throughout the Bible, devils and demons or whatever, but there's no unified force. And when what do you call it? Jesus rebukes what nowadays is translated as Satan, he actually said adversary. So he was just acknowledging that that entity was an adversary to what he wanted to accomplish. Like he called Peter an adversary. That doesn't mean that Peter was Satan, because he also called him the rock for the church. Just one verse
Anyway,
earlier.
can I just jump in here? In
Go
Law
ahead.
of One contexts, yeah,
Yes.
Lucifer is a sixth density social memory complex who agreed to come to Earth to offer humans greater free will. He set it up to be an absolute, massive, hardcore level, worst planet you can come to. Got to work your ass off to get there because he was trying to give us choice. That's
That
what
is
that's what the
from
hidden hand talks about in great depth, and it's as close to the truth as Ra is. Now, if
I
you look at
know
it that way
Pamela
and you follow what
Airline,
they say, then Lucifer makes
best
far more sense as the
all-time
light bringer and
channelers,
everything
would
else,
agree.
purely based on the
She,
SMC context that the
yes,
hidden hand, which is basically LL research part, like in an odd
I
way,
don't know.
yeah.
Uh,
What? Dude,
I
go
I
reread
talked
it,
to
man. It's
Hidden Hand,
bonkers.
I think at the time, anyways. But
Seriously, dude.
anyway,
Seriously.
yes. Well, it was on Above Top Secret. I was on the same forum at the same time.
Okay, but the point is, yes,
Yeah.
that's how it's described, and
Okay.
it makes far more sense in the context of Ra and the Confederation material than anything else.
Okay. For you, I hear that it makes
No,
sense to you.
no. I mean, like, are you telling me that the hidden hand stuff didn't resonate with you?
No, it didn't.
It didn't. I would go reread it, man. Go reread it.
I'm not interested in rereading it.
You're not interested, okay, dude? That
No,
right there is the wrong attitude. You need to take everything into account.
I have
Otherwise,
too much
you're
stuff to
ignoring
do
vital
to just
information.
go around reading random things that don't resonate with me.
Okay,
Um,
dude, I don't understand how it can't resonate with you if you blow Ra because he's so exactly spot on.
okay, well, you're not letting me respond in any way, so I can't
What do you
really
mean?
say anything. Well, because I tried speaking multiple times and you cut me off and continue
Okay, but you're
talking.
just gonna say you don't like the source.
No, that's not what I was gonna say at all.
Oh, what were you gonna say then? Sorry, I apologize. I didn't.
I was
Got the wrong end
talking
of the stick.
about Pamela Arlen, who is a source that does resonate with me. One of the best all-time channelers on Earth, and she has a great channeling of Halal. Um, what do you call it?
Okay, right. Okay, I think
And
where we're getting
she
confused
it's
here is
very
the hidden
similar
hand thing. Yeah, it was
to
very close
what
to
you
the.
describe.
Pardon?
And I said it's very similar to what you describe.
Right.
Okay, that's what I had to say. It
Okay,
just
I
you were
just
kept
said
cutting me
in
off,
the
so I didn't have
context
a
of
chance
the
to say it.
SMC context of it. That's kind of what I was trying to say. I don't like so. Well, there's other channels that say the same thing. Is that what you're saying, dude? I'm confused here.
Okay, so hold on. Anders is saying Isaiah 14:12 here. So let's go look at Isaiah 14:12. So this is the New Living. Oh, how you have fallen from heaven, oh shining star. So I think if we look at the context, he was talking to some kind of king, if I remember correctly. Okay, here. Tell us the context of Isaiah 14:12. Okay.
Anyway, I was just saying, yeah, that the hidden hand is in cosmology wise and channeling, like accuracy wise. Yeah, there's so much amazing stuff in there that is it's like the service to self handbook for the raw material. I don't understand how, Andre, how you can't see it as that, because it's so right. It's spot on with everything. And that's how they describe it as a social memory complex.
Well,
Like you
maybe
said, I don't
maybe
know
that's why it
if that
doesn't
Haneo
resonate with
says
me,
the same
man.
thing.
Because I like service to others content.
Huh?
Maybe that's why it doesn't resonate with me, because I like service to others content. Okay.
No, I
so
like service to others content too, dude. All I'm saying is, by reading that 60-page document of service to others, service to self, like literature, you understand all of the bad guys' plans. You understand all of them, because they don't want to be bad guys. They're good guys. They're here trying to do us a favor, but they have to be bad guys to do it. You have to read to the end of the hidden hand thing to get that. Whether it resonates or not, which I don't understand how it can't if you believe the raw material, because it's exactly spot on perfect. So I just don't understand how it's not taken
have
like
to agree to
as
disagree
part of
on
the
that.
canon. Do you know what I mean?
In here it says, in the original Hebrew, there's no indication of a supernatural being, just a human king whose arrogance is being mocked. There you go.
Oh,
And
Lucifer.
then the morning star, he's just the son of the morning star, child of God. And Jesus says he is the morning star, so he is God. So there you go. So it all makes sense in context. Okay. So where was it? Unexpected shift in lifespan. Acting as an angelic agent coincides with noticeable changes in one's life shift. The facet of most unusual experience, subconscious connection to angelic realms. The deeper subconscious mind, sometimes guided by the higher self or spiritual helpers, can access or request angelic energies. Various realms of angelic experience that can be felt or accessed by third density beings in a manner which could be subconsciously requested or felt necessary by the lower, deeper levels of the mind, and perhaps guided by the higher self. Yeah, for sure. If I ever need advice, I just ask my spirit guides, and they tell me. Give me a vision, whatever. It's very easy. It's like, looking it up online, just faster and easier.
I have to say, like when I've meditated now, I have met my own personal angels. I have met all three of them. They're cool little guys. Like one of them's not like little at all. He's like fucking about 8 foot tall. Looks like a Templar knight with blue skin. One of them is like I don't know, like a little looks like a little boy. Maybe a girl, I don't know. Like you can't really tell. Like but like yellow hair and literally glowing, like you know what I mean? Kind of so adorable. It makes your eyes hurt. And the other one is basically like just this spinning ball of sound. Is the best way I can describe it. It was like just like a that made patterns. It was weird.
Mm-hmm. That reminds me of one of those songs. One of those electronic songs.
But drum and bass. Check that aliens, like angels trying to communicate with us.
Well, you know what? Actually, one time I read I listened to a channeling of robots, or basically like people who had incarnated in analog robots, and they said they didn't have a name. Their name was the sound of electronic music.
So I love it. That'd be brilliant. My name is.
Yeah, exactly. Group that.
What a cool name.
So, boundless possibility of existence, the nature of your reality, the greater reality beyond the third density is one which contains a multitude of possibilities and might seem quite otherworldly indeed, almost impossible. And yet, the unique variety of each human being, as you would call your population, is that which knows no limits. All right, let's continue. Okay. We are those of Kuo, and we thank you. Is there another query at this time? I have a question, Kuo. Thank you for taking my query. Excuse me, would you be able to speak? Or Adam, did you want to read now, or you're busy? Okay, that's fine. Excuse me, would you like to be able to speak on the distinction of managing emotions versus controlling emotions, and why emotion, the emotional body, is important work for the work of the adept? And if you could help with that explanation, and perhaps in terms of the archetypes or the chakra system, that would help me to understand. Thank you. I am Kuo, and am aware of your question. The managing of emotions is a process that each seeker of
Yay!
truth must
I
go
love this accent.
through in order to become what you call the adept in the archetypical nature of creation. This could be seen as the matrix of the mind, the magician that has the relationship with the unconscious mind, the potentiation of the mind that can aid it in utilizing pre-incarnated choices as to how the spiritual path shall be traveled. This is a path that is frequently begun intellectually, with decisions as to what is desired, how to accomplish what is desired, how to deal with difficulties. And then, as time and the traveling of the path progress, there are difficulties that bring out the emotional reaction of the seeker of truth, so that it must determine how to deal with the emotions, to control them, so that they do not feel so bad, so intense, or whether to do what you have called manage them, so that they are looked at more objectively and seen as that which can be experienced from various points of view that can be obtained in the meditative state, so that one might ask oneself in that meditative state, why are the emotions occurring? What has brought them forth? Why are the feelings so intense? Is there a way to grow from the feelings of intense emotions? Is there change that necessarily includes pain to expand one's being? To look further into the nature of one's being is to see what is possible. That is what we would call the managing of emotions, rather than attempting to block them out or to ignore them. So, in this case, you would suggest that this is something that you or anyone can do when they deal with emotions. For emotions will tell you what you are experiencing that is of importance to you. If what you are experiencing does not bring forth emotion, there's good chance that it does not have value to your spiritual seeking. For your spiritual seeking is of the nature of the heart, not of the mind alone. Though the mind can critique and perhaps make suggestions, the heart, when it is open, is that place where emotions can have free rein and show yourself what is of importance that you are experiencing, so that you can learn from the emotion, so that it can be food for growth and can expand your awareness, and you can move forward on your spiritual journey. Is there a further query? Thank you for the teaching. Thank you very much. Okay. So that was about listening to emotions, I guess. And who was channeling this? Do you remember? Jim. That's unusual. He didn't include the whole balancing the emotions bit there. So did you have anything to say on that, Ed? Or Adam? Versus controlling emotions. Hello, Ed? You're muted if you're trying to say something. because I can't see you either way. Okay.
For fuck's
I
sake.
can barely make it out there. Okay. Hey. Okay, we can hear you now.
You can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, because on my thing it's telling me that I'm still muted. I don't know
Yes.
what's going on my phone.
Yes, that's true. It does say you're muted, but
Yeah, I don't
we
get
can
it.
hear you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, right. So, correct me if I'm wrong, yeah? But did in one blimmin' block of words, did Quo just literally give the entire way to have counselling, therapy, and balance all of like emotional mental illness in like a couple of paragraphs?
Basically.
Like
Yes.
seriously,
So
I'm
managing
gonna go
versus
back
controlling
through,
emotions.
yeah, that couple of paragraphs, and I'm gonna follow every single word they say, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If
Here.
I come back in like a month or so and say, "Oh my god, I've cured all my mental illnesses," like I don't know what we should do. We should like have a party or something.
All right, sure. Though I believe the spiritual journey is endless, at least in the time frames that we're talking about here. So the difference between controlling emotions and managing emotions. So controlling emotions is an attempt to suppress, block, or ignore feelings, often to escape discomfort or intensity, and it's a reactive approach that stifles growth. Managing emotions involves observing emotions objectively, asking why they rise, and seeking lessons within them. It's a mindful process that transforms emotions into opportunities for expansion. So
Okay, I
it's kind of
totally
more like
agree. I totally
Vipassana.
agree with all of that whole part of it. Right now, I've said it before lots of times. Yeah, right. You can't just be all zen and like I'm amazing. Light shines out of my bum. You can't be like that. That's not what Earth is for. Yeah, Earth is for learning, like feeling emotions, observing catalysts, getting into crazy things that you get the novel experience and you understand things at a deeper level via emotion, via feeling good, feeling incredible, feeling sad, feeling depressed, feeling all of those things. Like I said, like suffering is a service of suffering, right? That's what Buddha said. The only way you can burn off karma. Yeah, that's why what Jesus says is so important, because then forgiveness and all those things, that's the way of getting past it all. But all of those things come down to managing your emotions, right? Just like what Quo's is saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go back through what that says and step by step, and like, because like, okay, so like, have you ever heard of that Shadow Guru guy, right?
Yeah.
He
I
always
haven't
says
heard
that,
of him
yeah,
in a long
you
time.
have to feel emotions. You can't not feel them. Yeah, if you just ignore them or you don't feel them, yeah, then you're not really observing the catalyst. You're not going to do any growing. Nothing's going to get better. Nothing's going to change, right? So you
Mhm.
have to feel emotions. You have to feel bad, right? And then
Mhm.
when you do, you rise above those feelings and you transmute them into something better. You use forgiveness, use compassion. You use your heart chakra to understand those emotions. Hug your demons rather than fight them. Yeah,
Mhm.
like grow because of those catalysts. But in order to do that, you've got to live. You know, like free will, right? That's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, we do have to live and experience our emotions and learn the lessons that they have to teach us. Here, and so we can read the next little blurb here. Why the emotional body matters for the adept. Emotions act as signals, highlighting experiences that hold spiritual significance. For the adept, someone dedicated to spiritual evolution, the emotional body is a tool for deepening awareness and uncovering hidden aspects of the self. For emotions will tell you what you are experiencing that is of importance to you. If what you are experiencing does not bring forth emotion, there's a good chance that it does not have value in your spiritual seeking. Yes. So yes, that's fair.
dude, is that why like the hidden hand doesn't like resonate with you?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I have, I read it once and like I haven't felt any interest in reading it again.
Yeah, no. I just think that in this day and age that we live in, it's
Mhm.
so important to explain why the world has been built the way it is. Why the devil, like the devil matrix that we're born into, has been set that way, right? Because then once you understand that, all the stuff you see on the telly, all of the stuff, it's all nonsense. You know, it's all a game. You know that they're all every single world leader, everybody is they all march to the same pipe. There's
Well,
no
I don't
difference
know
between
if
any of
they
them. No,
all do.
they're all of geopolitics is just theatre, dude.
Well,
Lucy runs a lot, or he
I don't know.
did until
I
he just
remember the
said, "No,
Confederation
had
does.
enough. Humans are good guys. Go away. We don't want that anymore."
The Confederation does not acknowledge the existence of some kind of polar opposite to God.
No
There,
one's talking
you
about
can,
a polar opposite to
that,
God. I'm talking about
that's
six density social memory complex that came here to do a job. That's what they
that
describe in the
that is
hidden hand.
also not in the Confederation material. So all of the service to self entities, it says that if there are any service to self sixth density entities, they're extremely rare. Most of them are fifth density, such as
Dude,
the space
honestly, right? There's
pirates.
so many things in there that completely link to, or the Confederation. It basically says that the Confederation know they're there, that Lucy's here, that he's working for them. That
Uh,
all of this is all just a big game, so that we get to learn. And he's there to
well, I
teach,
mean, there's
to
some
be the
truth
light
to
bringer.
that.
But he works for the good
Yes.
guys, even if he does
It's
bad things. He's not
no,
really
there
service
is
to
there
self.
is no independent entity such as that. The mention of
I
the
can't understand
Lightbringer
how you
in the
can say that,
Confederation
that it
material
doesn't deserve its
is
place in
very
the LL research canon.
explicitly explains anybody who brings new information is
Oh man, you gotta
considered
swim
a
quiet.
Lightbringer.
I can't hear you. Give me a sec.
Anybody. Yeah.
Gotta
So
swim on my
everybody
phone.
that brings new information is considered a
He said the
Lightbringer.
battery's going. I'll just turn my video off.
Okay, sure. So there's no single entity that is acknowledged. Okay. Anyhow, there's just the one infinite creator, and we are all the one infinite creator. And our job on the service to others path is recognizing the divine within all that is, including ourselves and the people around us. I don't know, Adam. Did you want to weigh in at all? No. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So let's see. The heart chakra. For your spiritual seeking is the nature of the heart, not of the mind alone. The heart, when it is open, is that place where emotions can have free reign and show yourself what it is of importance that you are experiencing. Yes, fair enough. So emotions tell you what's worth doing. The magician archetype and the unconscious. In the archetypical nature of creation, this could be seen as the matrix of the mind. The magician that has the relationship with the unconscious mind and the potentiation of the mind that can aid in utilizing pre-incarnated choices as how the spiritual path shall be traveled. Okay. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. So what you learn from the emotion so that it can be food for growth and can expand your awareness that you can move forward on your spiritual journey. Yes. But I think there's also sometimes people can get stuck in a rut and they're just kind of rehashing the same thing. And at those times, I feel it's good to work on gratitude and positive emotions like love and kindness and filling ourselves with those divine spiritual emotions. But yeah, certainly you don't want to do it to the exclusion of processing your own. Okay, so next question. Boop, boop. Here's a breakdown. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Okay, I am Kuo. Okay, Austin. Transfer the contact. Okay. Hello, Kuo. Thank you so much for being here today and helping us with our questions. My question is, how does gratitude help with our service to others? Oh, that's basically dovetailing with what I was just saying. That's cool. What a surprise. Huh?
You just said that.
Yeah, exactly. I just said that. I am Kuo, and I am aware of the query, my sister, and a big query this is, for we have much joy and fun in exploring the intricacies of your language, and how this language is used to relate to the undercurrents of creation, such as love and joy. And we find that the concept and the term of gratitude is one particular angle or perspective from which you, as veiled third density beings, can view clearly the heart of the Creator that is love. To contemplate gratitude within your own being is to open a doorway that allows the love of the Creator to flow through and to bless those aspects of your life that you have come to realize through the process of gratitude are gifts from the Creator to the Creator. By engaging with gratitude, you are able to open this door more and more so that the light and love of the Creator becomes more and more apparent to you in your day-to-day life. The pathways of love from the Creator are broadened as you explore this unique perspective on love. We correlate gratitude to love because it is indeed an act of love and acceptance and acknowledgement that what you experience is in harmony with your being and is being offered to you from a seemingly external place. But the deeper you explore this pathway of gratitude, you realize that the external and the internal are one in the same. And that for you to be able to receive those things that you have gratitude for, you must first search inside of yourself in order to discover your worthiness to accept them, your ability to let them into your being, and your ability to then reflect that love that is being offered to you back towards the thing of the other self that may be offering something to you for which you are grateful. This concept and practice of gratitude is one of the most powerful exercises for you to explore as a seeker on the path of service to others. For as you learn to view those things in your life, these circumstances that surround you, with a lens of gratitude, you can become more and more able to accept those things that may not be so immediately pleasant, that may seem more difficult than a blessing, as gifts themselves. The lens of gratitude broadens, and the catalyst that is offered to you can then be accepted more readily and work its magic on your inner being, allowing you to bring it into your heart and transform it into the most essential being, that of love. To practice this regularly and to continue to broaden this lens of gratitude will enable you as a seeker, hoping to move about your world and share the love of the Creator, to share it more freely, to transmute situations amongst other selves, and to shine brightly where it may seem more difficult for others to shine, and to recognize the love of the Creator. And so we recommend and commend you to this regular practice of gratitude, so that the flow of love from the Creator and to the Creator, from within your being and from without your being, flows more freely, more openly, and more readily apparent to you and to your other selves, so that you can act as catalyst and move in harmony with the Creator, dancing amongst the creation. Is there a follow-up query to this, my sister? No, thank you. Very good, very good. Well, jolly good, jolly good.
Can you hear me?
We can't hear you, Ed.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, you're very muffled.
Okay, I'm really sorry. It's just my phone's being really rubbish. So I'll try to like. Anyway, I was gonna say, dude.
Okay.
Remember that when you sung the hymns at the crackers in the park?
Sung the hymns at the cracker to
Like,
the park?
Yeah, like there were some guys and they were like sending drugs to your friend. So you went over and like then you sang
when I
song.
sang praises to God, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, like you literally fought those dudes with gratitude.
Yes. Yes.
That's exactly what the quote says. Yeah, you were beaming your light. Yeah, you were transmuting that negativity into something amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You literally,
Yes.
you live that path, man. That's exactly what I'm talking about, dude. I'm
Yes.
gonna start hymns at crackheads. That's gonna be my daily thing now. I'm just gonna go out, find a crackhead, and sing at him about praising the Creator and gratitude for fucking life, dude. That's every day. I'm gonna try and do that. You inspired me, Andrii. You rule, dude.
All right.
Loads
Thanks.
of crackheads in Basildon. Should be really easy.
Well, I'm glad it's inspirational to you.
If I get stabbed, I'm gonna blame you.
Oh, you're gonna blame me now.
So if I get stabbed,
well, just so you know, I what do you call it? Was following their free will. When they told me to go away, I did leave a reasonable distance, and I was talking to someone else, and then they started heckling me, and in which case they were yelling at me, and thus they wanted me to communicate back to them. So I was respecting their free will, and the way that I chose to communicate back to them was through a song of gratitude for God and His provision and His love and His kindness, and recognizing the divine within myself and all that is around me. And when I had finished the song, they had quieted down.
you basically did like a god rap battle that like subdued them.
Yes, basically, you could say it that way. Thanks. So I wanted to say hi to Fred here. Fred,
Hey, Fred,
are you with us?
Hi guys, if I can get my microphone to work.
Yeah. We can hear you.
How's the meeting going tonight? Sorry I made it so late.
We've been chatting mostly with Ed, and I think Adam's finally off work. He was on work most of the time.
But you know me, I mean, I can chat all night, so it's just relatively simple.
Yes. So basically,
apparently angels are like tiny and they only like live inside the planet. Although that last thing in there that he was talking about the gratitude thing, yeah, right? He did say, yeah, that we have to realize that the inner and the outer are the same. So by that logic, yeah, then the angels of the inner are the same as the angels of the outer, right?
I don't know. They are different because
he just said that we realize that we by combining the outer is the inner. They said it. They just said that.
did they? Wow. Okay. Well, ultimately, everything is one. So I'll agree with you there. Yes.
As above, so below.
Yes. Oh, and in terms of the gratitude stories, I guess I have another one for you. Recently, I think it was like last week or something. My neighbor called the cops on because my wife's parents were visiting, and they had partially parked on his driveway or something. And so, anyways, he called the police on us, and then he sent an email, and then like apologizing.
Stitches, gays.
And then I was like, "It's okay, don't worry about it." And then he sent an email saying he was going to sue me. And and then like, what do you call it? That he's really deep pockets, and that I'm really gonna regret not doing whatever he wants me to do, and
That's called a threat.
all these complicated demands. And I responded with gratitude, love, kindness, and blessings for him and his family, and and love for all creation. And then, you know what? He decided that he's not going to sue me. In fact, he decided instead he's going to hire me to help him with some IT stuff, and he did, and he paid me money. And I told him I was gonna run for mayor, and he says he wants to support me and sponsor me, and he's very excited. And we're going to an outing together next week. Yeah, to the makerspace. We're gonna make some stuff together, and so he's very excited, very happy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's the power of love, guys. The power of love.
You are an inspiration, dude.
Thanks.
That's better than my gratitude story.
What's your gratitude story?
Oh, I don't. I mean, right now, well, I had a lot of catalysts today, so
Yeah, tell us about it.
huh?
If you're willing to share on live.
Yeah, but someone that I'm close to recently just filed for divorce, and they're having a lot of problems right now. I'm helping them take care of stuff and everything, and I'm glad that I have experience where I'm able to relay very, very valuable, timed information and advice when needed. I mean, he can call me, at midnight. It doesn't matter. Ask me a question, and I've been helping him out and answering him because I went through the same thing. And it's weird having gratitude that I have an experience where I'm able to help somebody just with advice like that. That was that extreme. It's pretty extreme catalyst. Having your spouse physically assaulting you.
Right.
So,
fair enough.
But yeah, that's my gratitude level tonight.
Hey, look, is it bad, that when you start getting on synchronicity, having all these other things, you realise that everything you've ever been through that was bad, that you at the time felt really bad about, you needed to go through, so you had these information so you can help, so you can do things. Like you know these things that you need to know at that time because of the fact that you had this negative experience at this point. This is terrible. But you know how to get through it now. You can help that person. You can help other people. That one nasty experience can give you enough experience to help hundreds of people. Maybe, who knows? Yeah, like synchronistic events that at the time seem horrible. Hey, who knows what an amazing thing they're going to lead you to. So, gratitude, right? Power of love.
Yes.
Andrii, the
Yes, it is.
superhero. Mayor of the world. Yeah.
Yeah. Ultimately, everyone is looking for love. And if we can be the agent of love in their life, then they will love us back. Like Jesus said, even the tax collectors love those that love them. So if we are kind and love people, they'll love us back. That's how it goes.
The miracle Lord's Prayer actually let everybody off their debts.
The Lord's Prayer.
The original Lord's Prayer. It's
Yes,
like we
yes.
forgive debtors and we forgive whoever. So basically,
Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. There would any kind of financial complex be if we actually left that in the Lord's Prayer, right?
Oh, here, this is a good one for Bene. But I don't know. He's not here right now, but that's okay. Here. Fred, do you want to help me read now that you're here? Or are you able to do that?
I'm actually shoveling food in my mouth as fast as I can right now.
Okay, that's fine. I'll
I
read
just
another
got
one.
home. I just got home when I got in here.
I've been doing all the reading anyhow, so I'll just read a little more. That's fine.
We love your voice.
Yeah, dude.
Thanks.
Do a voiceover voice when you're reading the quote part.
Okay, I will. Okay. Yeah, I have a query, Kuo. I have a lot of physical pain that is stored in my body. I know it's related to emotional catalyst that hasn't been properly dealt with. And I find great relief in seeking help from a practitioner of acupuncture. My question is, how can I move efficiently to integrate my catalysts? And how does this catalyst work with the secondary and tertiary energy fields of the body? Thank you. I am Kuo, and we thank you, my brother, and we appreciate this query, for it is quite deep and relevant to the experience of many within your third density. The nature of the veil within your third density is that of obfuscation, where the linkage between those sensations of the body, both pleasant and unpleasant, comfortable, painful, are not immediately recognized to be also relevant to your emotional being and to your inner being. It is very easy within your third density to view the body as simply a vessel that you are inhabiting rather than an aspect of your own being. We can offer some general guidance in this area to help you and others who may be experiencing similar difficulties to understand how the pathway of catalyst, you might say, runs from the spirit to the mind and to the body, and how you can more easily recognize the messaging offered to you by that feedback from the body in order to, as you say, integrate that catalyst, and thus, as one may hope, alleviate the physical circumstances that cause you pain or discomfort. We would first encourage, as we typically do, a regular practice of meditation so that you may become more and more familiar with your inner world that you might identify as your mind, and to regularly build a space within yourself where you can dwell in silence and appreciation of your own inner world. This is essential in this work, and it is a prerequisite, we may say, to truly understand the connections between the mind and the body, and the emotions and catalysts that you are describing within your query. This can be a complicated pathway to explore using your language, for your language is built upon the illusion built by the veil, and so to grapple with the connections between the mind and the body and the spirit necessitates that we address them as though they are separate beings. But a key to understanding your query is to first contemplate and acknowledge that they are indeed not separate, but only seemingly so, and that you are one whole integrated being on all levels, from your spirit to your mind to your body. And in seeking this understanding, the answers to your particular circumstances can become more and more apparent. Once this inner space is cultivated and tended to, and you have a regular practice of returning there, then you can invite into that space your body itself to offer communication to you in a more direct and meaningful way. To focus, you might say, on the pain that you experience, to attempt to allow it to fill that space within yourself, to express itself in the way that it wishes to be expressed, and to witness it and offer it love and acceptance. In this way, the pain that is signaling to you can express itself in new ways. You can find new pathways of communication with that particular catalyst of the body that then makes the connection between the catalyst of the mind, the catalyst of the body more apparent, and you can begin to draw the correlations that you are seeking between the normal primary central energy centers and the, as you say, secondary or tertiary energy centers. These pathways are impossible in many ways to describe using language as we are now, but as we understand it, can guarantee that you develop a personal inner relationship with the bodily catalyst within this space of acceptance and love and silence. That a new language that is unique to you and your inner world will present itself to you, and those pathways can become more apparent. We would add to this practice that a regular attempt to call for aid and seek help, both in your practical life but in your inner life as well, can be very effective in clarifying this inner space and understanding what the communication of pain is attempting to offer to you, and thus clarifying the emotional aspect behind this pain. And so, to summarize, the most essential aspects of how to grapple with this catalyst, as you have posed in the query, is to return to our regular recommendations for most circumstances within your third density, and that is the meditation, the contemplation, and the prayer. Is there a follow-up query? No, thank you. Really appreciate it. All right. So, that's that. What do you guys think?
It's the same answer for everything: meditation, contemplation, and prayer.
That's a good observation.
I mean, everything comes down to energy, frequency, vibration, no matter how you slice it or dice it. So, as above, so below. You get your energy and your frequency and your vibration to the place where you want it through prayer, meditation, and contemplation, and that's what you're going to get. So, I mean, they can only, paraphrase it so many different ways.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's true. I think that one of the things that was kind of missed here, and I don't know if why, but that basically, there's spiritual causes for the various pains and things that we feel like, and they're kind of God's guidance to help us on our journey. And like, for example, like I often have issues with my right arm, and that's from me trying to do too much stuff and not asking for enough help and things like that, putting too much burden on myself. Here Anderson from YouTube also had some stuff. Maybe when people are nasty and conflict ridden, they are trying to break free from their own inner pain. One key is the Lord's Prayer, thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven, often overlooked, I think. Yes, I agree that people are trying often to break free from their own inner pain. And often when they're like, say attacking me or something like this, then I acknowledge that they're in a place of pain. They're in a place of suffering. And they need help. They need love. They need kindness. They need forgiveness, to help them heal from their wounded and fearful place, so that they may be liberated by, God's love and light flowing through me. And also another thing I wanted to say, remember we were reading about gratitude, that gratitude part about gratitude flowing through you. And so like I often get this feeling, of just like letting that love of God flow through me. And I'm just like bathing in love and light. It's like rushing through me like a river, and I'm just like swimming in love and light. And it's just a wonderful feeling to have. Okay, go ahead, guys.
Okay, I had something to say. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sort of. You're really muffled, but we can hear you.
Really sorry. Well, is this better? Is this better?
I mean, I can make you out.
Okay, I will try to be clear.
Okay.
Okay, so for me, I've always tried to imagine separate energy bodies that overlap, one for each chakra. Right, it's kind of Ra describes this in the Ra contact, So that each chakra has its own energy body, and they all interact, layer up over the top of one another to make you. So I always think of when I'm ill or when I'm in pain or whatever, going into myself, looking inside myself, isolating each of the separate energy bodies, and then trying to beam love at whatever part of my energy body needs it. So with illness, I generally go to the orange ray, to the bit that's the cells, the individual little entities that make me. And I try to go to them and I ask them what the problem is, and then try to beam love at whatever it is that's giving me pain or making me feel ill, or whatever it is. You know, if I always view my body as an orange ray thing. But if it's like bacteria or it's other things invading me, then they're like their own little individual red ray entities, or like negative, like they're their own intelligences. They're non-me entities. So then I can beam love at them. So then I'm actually kind of like beaming love directly at the negatively like orientated like single-celled organisms, so that they stop making me ill. I do the same thing with if something hurts, if I've hurt my knee or if I hurt my ankle or whatever. I try to speak to the specific cells in my body that are hurt, the ones that are damaged, the ones that are crying out, help me, please. I try to beam love at them so that they get better, and then my because I've healed that energy body, and then reorientated with my other energy bodies, then things heal faster. Or I'll one day I'll be getting ill, and all my friends have had this illness, and they're all been ill for like 2 weeks and stuff. And then I will just literally be determined that thinking that my psychic immune systems will not allow my orange ray body to get hurt. And if I can keep that up, I won't get ill. But as soon as I don't, and I allow that kind of like the fields to drop, then you get ill, same as anyone else. But I know for a fact that if I can keep up that, maintain that, I've literally like 2-3 weeks, everyone's been ill for like whatever, I'll get the same illness, I'll be ill for like 2 days. Because I do the same thing, Also, could I also just quickly, I know I'm going to chat in loads, I apologise, I know I'm an idiot, but okay, have you, the red cord channeling of Korat's, I can never say it, the Mexican one, he suggested something incredible that I've tried and it was amazing. He said basically to go to a place where you just allow your body to reorientate itself to the template, the ethereal template. So by doing so, you basically relax and you just hear any kind of little twitch or like movement in your muscles, and you allow that movement to happen. Yeah, and then literally lay there and relax, and it doesn't matter where your body twitches, how it wiggles about, whatever it does, just let it do it. Yeah, and that is basically the cells inside your body reorientating to the template. So by doing that, it's literally just lay there and let your body shake about a little bit. Let it do what it wants to do. Yeah, and it knows how to connect up to where it's supposed to be. And when it does, you get better. Wherever it is. Doesn't matter. Reorientate that template, what you're supposed to be, the God version of you. Everything goes away. Anyway, I'll shut up. Sorry, guys. Love you all. Sorry, no, that's loads of nonsense, but I love you.
All right. So, your being is one whole. Here, cool. A key to understanding your query is first to contemplate, acknowledge that you're indeed not separate, but seemingly so. And I know one of the things that they talk about often in the Confederation is how, when we're, acknowledging others as separate, it's actually giving more power to kind of division. And instead, we should be recognizing all as one, and that we are unity, and that is often very helpful. Though I do agree with what you were saying about beaming love to the parts of yourself that need that healing, and certainly, you feel free to do whatever resonates with you, and as long as it works for you, that's what matters. I know for me, in terms of if I get sick or ill, or if I hurt in some way, then I'm always, praying to God, like, and why did this happen? Like, what is the lesson for me to learn? How have I fallen short? And what can I learn in order for this to heal more quickly? And I usually go to various spiritual references to figure out the spiritual cause and things like that to do that. So yeah, I don't know if Fred or Adam wanted to contribute anything. But yeah, it does talk about the build a foundation with meditation, regular meditation. We would encourage, as always, let your body speak. You can invite the space in your body itself to offer communication to you a more direct and meaningful way on the pain you experience. Explore your energy centers. Draw the correlations that you're seeking between the normal primary energy centers, secondary or tertiary energy centers. Yeah, so this is kind of very common in the spiritual reasons for different ailments, is that you look at, okay, where is this ailment? Like, say if it's at the throat, then it's related to the throat chakra. If it's near your butt or something, it's the root chakra. So it's all very plain and simple, and it's kind of like God's way of trying to tell you, hey, this energy center is blocked and you need to work on it in some way to help you with that. I know, like, in terms of, for me, when I was getting sick, it was often because I was holding on or expressing anger and frustration and things like that. And as I've moved to kind of more equanimity and love and kindness, I just find like my immune system works better, and I don't get sick as often. Or like, I haven't been sick at all this year, or within like this winter, really. Like this winter, I've been fine. Mm-hmm.
It's so weird, dude, because I'm literally been like fighting illness for the last year. Like, it's so weird.
I didn't quite make out what you said there.
I said it's so weird because I've been basically fighting illness like the whole last year. It's like I couldn't get well, but then I'm a big believer in COVID, so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you had trouble getting well? Yeah. Well, I don't know, and maybe some meditation and reflection and consulting with your inner guides can help with that.
Yeah,
you were saying. Go ahead, Ed.
What is it? Fred, you go ahead. We haven't heard you in a while.
You were talking about the different parts of the body and the different things that are root causes and everything. What happens when you have kind of and I don't know if it's an injury or if it's just the catalyst gives it the opportunity to rear its head, so to speak. But like my right elbow, sometimes it's my elbow and my shoulder, sometimes it's my elbow and my forearm. My elbow and forearm right now, I mean, they're so inflamed. My forearm is so inflamed, I can't pick up a full coffee cup. I don't have the grip strength.
Wow.
So, and I know it's from doing a lot of the hand polishing work at work, and I've been doing a lot more of it lately because we've had people been off, people been sick, and there's just been a lot more handwork that needs to get done. And plus I'm good at it, so they give it to me, and I know that's part of the problem, but is that the only problem?
Spiritual causes of forearm and elbow pain in the right arm. So yeah, my understanding, right arm often to do with carrying burdens and things like that. Struggling here, it says, okay, let's see what ChatGPT. It's got a good rag where it's like looking through documents. So anyways, the right side of the body is typically associated with masculine energy, strength and assertiveness. Pain or discomfort in the right arm. It reflects issues related to aspects of the self. ability to extend oneself into the world and interact. Pain here can point to issues with communication, self-expression, or the inability to act on one's desires. If there is a difficulty in asserting yourself, expressing your thoughts clearly, or standing up for your boundaries, this may manifest as tension or discomfort in the right arm. You may be suppressing your authentic voice or holding on to unspoken emotions that want to be expressed. Imbalance in masculine energy. The right side of the body corresponds to masculine energies, doing in leadership. If the pain is chronic or stubborn, it might indicate a blockage or imbalance in these energies. Perhaps you're feeling inadequate in your role as a provider, leader, or protector. If you feel pressure to constantly prove yourself, or if you're holding on to unhealthy notions of what is meant to be strong and powerful, this could result in tension in the right arm. This kind of imbalance might also be linked to feelings of competition or struggling with authority figures. Resistance to change your movement. And the elbow in particular represents flexibility and the ability to adapt. If you're experiencing pain here, it might point to resistance to bending, changing direction, or being flexible in your life. It could be a situation in which you feel stuck or unable to bend to new circumstances, whether it's relationships, work, or personal growth. The elbow pain serves as a reminder that it might be time to release control and allow for more fluidity in your life. Holding onto grudges or unresolved anger. The right arm, being associated with masculine energy, could also be connected to feelings of anger, frustration, or resentment. If you have unprocessed emotions tied to someone, especially a male figure such as a father, boss, or authority, this might get you stuck in the forearm or elbow, causing physical pain. Anger is that is suppressed or not fully expressed can often manifest in the body's discomfort, especially the limbs that are used for the action. You might need to explore whether you're holding on to this. Difficulty letting go of past actions. The forearm or elbow are part of the limb which is used for reaching out and letting go. If there's a pain in this area, it might reflect the inability to move on from past decisions, actions, or relationships. You may be clinging to a past version of yourself, not allowing growth, holding on to regrets or guilt. Healing suggestions. Chakra work. The right side of the body corresponds to the solar plexus chakra, personal power and confidence. The throat chakra, self-expression. Considering meditating on these chakras, clearing any blockages, and focusing on balance between action and expression. Practice affirmations. I am open to change, allowing myself to bend with grace. I release all unspoken words and stand in my truth. Release and forgiveness. Explore what emotional baggage you may be holding on to around masculinity, authority, and past actions. Movement. Engage in gentle stretching and yoga poses. Energy clearing. Regular energy clearing practices such as smudging with sage. Ultimately, it's like a message from your body urging you to pay attention to where you're living your life in areas involving your willpower, communication, and emotional release. What do you think of that, Fred?
Well, you hit about 3/4 of everything I got going on, so
That sounds pretty good.
that's kind of funny that it said to use amethyst. I carry an amethyst crystal with me all the time. What's the problem? Does it broke? That was a joke.
I think that, yeah, okay. You probably got to do the other things. As I was reading this, I was thinking that, hey, maybe like part of my thing is that I should just start kind of like going around and knocking on doors and just like talking to people and being nice to them and telling them that I'm gonna, planning to run for mayor or something, because that's just like that's what I want to do. But it's just like you're not supposed to campaign too early, and that's part of the trouble I've been having. Is I guess that's kind of like the struggle with the authority figure. Even though no one has told me anything against it, and like you're allowed to do whatever you want for free. So it has to do with struggling with self-expression or communication for me. Resistance to change your movement. That's totally it. Letting go of past actions. I don't know about that, but yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I think it's a glorious and wonderful world, and hopefully things will figure themselves out.
Fred,
Yeah.
I reckon a lot of that comes down to your ex, dude.
I didn't hear what you said.
I think a large chunk of that comes down to your ex, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. And my dad too. My dad, I never had a good relationship with my dad ever. So,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, there's a bunch of things there, and plus the strain. Everyone all of the time, all at once, relying on me for every single thing, and I mean everything. I pay for a lot of people's shit that have like jobs and kids. they should be paying for things and they're not, and then other people are asking me for stuff, and I get the well, that's not fair, blah blah blah, and it's it runs you thin, and it's all at once, constant, and then chaos comes in. So yeah, I get it, and it has to manifest somewhere, I would imagine, so that you're aware of it, because you can have the frog in a pot of water syndrome, where you turn the water up 1 degree every couple minutes, and pretty soon the frog boils to death, doesn't realize it. If you need a warning system, you need a I don't know, what would you call it, an idiot light on your dashboard telling you something's wrong.
I really do love a hot bath, though.
A habaflo? That's
You
what
don't get that. I really do love a hot bath, though.
you love a hot bath. Yes, we know.
But just think about the fox thing, dude. I wasn't being weird.
The fox thing?
Frogs.
Frogs. Oh, the frogs. Speaking about the frogs. Okay, I understand now. Yeah, it's really hard to hear you, Ed. Sorry. Okay, well, I think that's 9:00. So, any closing remarks you guys want to make before I end the stream?
Nope, I'm good.
No. Okay. Well, I hope
Only
everyone-
Andrii from there.
Andrii from Air, thanks. And so I hope everyone has enjoyed and been enlightened with a greater call to love, kindness, and gratitude in their life, and healing through spiritual resonance with the infinite creator. And so as we leave you, as we found you, we leave you in the love and in the light of the one infinite creator. Go forth, therefore, rejoicing in the infinite power and the infinite peace of the one infinite creator, the one within you and all around you, my friends. Adonai Vasavaragos.
Adonai. Love you, Andrii.